Hello everyone, welcome to the Deploying Chuckles YouTube channel. This is Ahmed Ali. If you're looking to truly understand the masters of the Git and GitHub, definitely you are in the right place. This series is designed to take you the more like from the absolute basics to the most advanced concepts that are essentials for anyone in the development, and especially if you are to become an the DevOps engineers or practicing. So even if terms like the commit and repository or pull request sounds like the foreign language right now, so stick with me. We break it down step by step. So first things first, let's talk about the foundational concepts of the version control systems or the VCS. So imagine you're writing a large document, right? Like a book or a complex report, and you make changes and save it, and make more changes and save it again. What if you realized a change you made 3 days ago was a mistake? Or what if the multiple people are trying to add the same documents? So it can get be a more complexity, right? So a version control is in place, that is a software that solve the exactly these problems, but for the court level. So it's basically track every single changes made to your projects file over time. So think of it's and the incredibly details and reliable undo button, so but for your entire project along with the collaboration manager. So why is the V like so why is a VCS is so important? First of all, there is an option of track changes. So let me give you an example. It doesn't just know what data file is changed, it's know what changed, which line were added, deleted, and modified, and by whom, right? So this create a complex history, right? So second one is a revert to the previous states. Like this is a lifesaver. If you introduce a bug or decide any an approach is it and is it not working, so you can easily roll back your entire project or just the specific files to any previously safe state without any manually tracking to the undo things. Other than the third options, we have the collaboration efficiently. Like this is a huge for teams work. VCS allow the multiple developers to work on a same project without stepping on each other's toes. Like it's provide the mechanism to merge everyone changes together in an organized way. So we also have the backup and recovery benefit. So your project history is restored, is stored. If your local file get corrupted or lost, the VCS has you covered, allowing you to restore your work. So now that you know what is a VCS is, let's talk about the Git. So Git is also is currently the most widely used open source VCS in the world. It was created by the Linux towards the same person who created the Linux. Git offers all the benefits of the robust VCS as and has some powerful features that make it so popular. One of the standout features is branching and the merging. Right, this concept is the fundamentals to modern development workflows. Imagine your main project code is tables and perhaps an even live serving the users that now you need to develop a new features or a fix a complex bugs. So you wouldn't want to do this directly into the code level in the live code, as you might break something. So with Git you can create a branch. It's essentially a separate intermediate files of the developments that copies your project at that project's point, and you can then work freely on the branches, making all the changes you need for the new features and testing without affecting the main stable's code base. You can also often call the branches of the masters or the main branch. Once you have the new features is complete and thoroughly test on these branches, you can then merge it back to the main branch. Git provides the tools it provides the tools to help resolve any conflicts that might arises if the main client of the code clean and allow for the parallel development. We get handles on with the branching and the merging in the later videos, as it's a really powerful tool. So beyond the branching kit is also known for its like speed and efficiency. Actually, it's actually very fast for the most complex operations like committing changes and the switching the branches. Its lightweight nature, it doesn't demand a lot of resources. Also, the most of the like powerful like feature of the kit is the distributed models. This means that every developer has a full copy of the project history on their local machine, allowing for the offline work and greater redundancy, right? So it's also we have this like suitability for all the project sizes, whether it's a small project like personal script or a massive enterprise application with thousands of files and contributors. Git scales very well. So Git is a tool that you manage versions on your computer, but where do you store this information? It's actually when you want to be collaborate with other developers or simplifying have an offsite backups. So that's where the VCS like version control hosting platform come into the place. So and the like distributed leaders here is the GitHub definitely. So GitHub is a web-based platform that providing the hosting for your for your Git repositories like like a repository or the repos. It's just a term for the project that being tracked by the Git. Think of the GitHub on the social network for the developers, but it's centered around code. So what does the GitHub offers? So GitHub actually is a centralized cloud storage. It's give your Git repositories to home on the internet, accessible from anywhere. This is your remote backup and the center point for your teams. So it's also have the powerful collaboration tools. This is where the GitHub truly shines for the teams, where we have the pull request when you want to merge your main branches features into the main branch. So typically open up pull request. This is a formal proposal to incorporate your changes, allowing others to review your code, discuss it, and they suggest the improvement before it merge. So we also have code review where we can team members can like comment directly on the lines of the code within the pull request. We also have the issue tracking that GitHub has the built-in issue tracking, which is great for managing tasks, bugs, and reports. We also have the like GitHub the backup and development integrations that your code is backup in the cloud. So we also allow like they allow you to automate the testing and deployment of the pipelines. First of all, this is a hub for the open source. GitHub hosts millions of open resource projects. You can explore their codes, learn from it, and use it in your own project, and even contribute back to them. So while we focusing heavily on the GitHub, it's what nothing. There are other platforms like Git and GitLab and a bit bucket that offer similar services, and I might touch on the GitLab later in the course definitely. So, all right. So if like enough theory for now, let's get practical and get a set up our environment. This like involves the two main steps: installing the Git on your like on our computer and creating the GitHub account. So right. So first we have to be open our web browser and search for the Git download. All right. The first result should be the official at git-scm.com. So click on that. The like this website should automatically detect your operating system and click the download option like link for your OS. For Windows user, you should have to. I generally recommend the uh, download the standalone Windows 64 setup. Right. So it's done for now. Once the download is complete, we should have to be run the installer. So right, so we have to be click on the next icon, next. So we should have to be click like check out the Windows Explorer integration and both of the checklist. Next, next. Okay, next, next. Next, 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 next. Okay, so it's going to be uh like installing right now. All right, so like the installation is being completed, so we have to be finished right now. So second thing is that we should have to be creating the GitHub account. So now heads over to the github.com. I can also click on my bookmark here, github.com. So if you don't have an account, click on the sign up. If you do to do, you can like sign in, and a sign up page process very straightforward. Much like any other website, you need to provide your emails address and the create a username and a password. So a quick tip for you, like GitHub username, I like strongly recommend choosing a professional username, ideally one that incorporates your actual like name or a professional alias. So this username will be like part of your public profile, and how many identifying you from the like from here, right? So uh, avoid like overly casual or silly names if you plan to use it like in your professional purposes. So right, so we have the Git is installed and you have your GitHub account. So we have some kind of one-time configuration step we need to do on our like computer, telling your Git like local Git installation that who you are. So, and this information will be embedded in any changes and you can make. So we have to may open the Git bash under the like Windows. So, right, so right, so we can also have to be checked on the GitHub Git like Git bash here. We can also use any kind of like the folder on our desktop level. So we can create the new folder, and we have to name that the dev of testing dev testing. Under the dev testing folder, we right click on that. We have to be open the Git bash here, close this previous one, right? So this can show us like we are in the like the desktop, and under the desktop we have the dev test folder. So we need to set up our username and email globally for the Git. These should exactly match the username and email you use for your GitHub account. This is important for the correctly associating with your work on the GitHub, right? To set your username, like first we have to be type the following command, and we have to be replacing like some couple of things on that. First we should have to be use the git config, right? Global username, user dot name, double hyphen. We have to be change right our your like our GitHub username. So we navigate back to the GitHub. So this is our git like this is my like username, like GitHub username. I have to be right click on that and you copy this one and right click on this, paste it in. And this is my git configure my like double hyphen user global user dot name double quotation like amid hyphen dev eng, right? So next step we have to be our email address. So we have to be again write git config double hyphen sorry config uh, double hyphen global user dot email. So we have to be add the email address that associated with our GitHub account. So I can dev dev 9 at gmail.com. Let me double check with that. Is it the same email that I use it for my account? Just give me a second. Edit profile. Mm, yeah, this is my email address, right? So this is my email address. I have to be copy this one and paste it in the right .com. Right, so like and we have to enter the press. So right, the thing is, so we have to be ensured that have this being set correctly, so you can review like your Git configuration by typing the git config, oh sorry, config config double hyphen list. Scroll scroll through down. You can we have might see, can we look for the user dot name and user dot email you're contributing with your GitHub account, right? So we can see that we can see our username that I have typing for the Gitman account, GitHub account, and email also be showing under the git list command. So to quickly recap, we covered what the version control systems are and why they are vital. So we dive into the Git and understanding its core purpose and the powerful features like branching, and we explore the GitHub as a leading platform for hosting your Git projects and collaborating. And finally, we walk through the installing Git, configuring it to the link with your GitHub account. I know that that was a lot of information as it very part of the, and it's, if any part of was unclear, and please don't hesitate to ask question in the comment section below, and reach out to my social media account, where like I mentioned my like LinkedIn account on my like in my first video. You can find me on the LinkedIn by typing the name Ahmed Ali Butt, right? So in our next video, the fun really begins. We take what we learned today and put it into the action. We create our first local Git repository, make some change on the projects, and then push the code to the GitHub account, making visible others online for the first time. You see how these two tools work together, right? So we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel and like and share the click button. Goodbye.